from the use of all watches?
Oh,
This is the missing thing.
I don't think we need to discuss that this early into the year. Well, I just mean like it's one of those
Happy New
ones where like
Year.
you can dwell in anything, you can dwell in opportunity, you can dwell in realism, you can dwell in defeat and regret. So land dweller doesn't sound sexy, but it's
Yeah.
fine. But with
Land master.
I'm reviewing an ocean master, and that sounds cool. You could be a
Uh-huh.
GMT master, that sounds cool. But if that
Uh-huh.
first word isn't right,
Master chronometer.
I don't know. Land dweller doesn't sound sexy, but I'd rather have the land dweller than the land master. You know, I just
How very democratic of Rolex, right? It's just we're just making watches for dwellers now, I guess.
But should there be a mistress version as well?
Is
there's
Ripley trying to be a master abater?
Oh dear.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's only a matter of time before somebody in Switzerland does that. It's like
Accidentally. They'll not realize they've done it.
There was this Swiss car company who did this remodeled or rebodied or remade Jaguar E-Type, and they called it the Growler. And the Growler in British English.
Yeah.
Rick knows. You guys know in the States what a Growler is?
No. We're not discussing that. That's fine. You can
it's
imagine.
like
Just,
a
master
imagine. Yeah, it's a similar region.
It's what Clarkson described as a welcome mat on a lady or something like that.
Ask
called the car.
Ask Donald. He knows all about it. Do we think chances of Donald Trump invading Switzerland because he just fancies cheaper watches? I mean, everywhere seems to be a
Switzerland is
target.
very hard to invade. Really, strategically speaking, it's really surrounded by mountains.
Challenge.
There's only limited in and out points. It's quite strategically difficult. Yeah, the speeding cameras. Think of all the tanks will be quite upset with that. They don't go that fast. But the speed limits are so low that even the tanks will get speeding tickets.
That's right.
Exactly.
I don't
He was
care
really
if you're
into
the
the
military.
idea.
Like the military can't get through downtown Geneva traffic. I don't care what you're driving. I don't care what the urgency is. Like, 4 or 5 p.m.
It's not
Then you'll
happening.
start to see American soldiers on horses, and then who'll laugh?
Yeah. Okay. So Switzerland is safe. There we go. So buy more Swiss stuff.
Well, it doesn't take much to get them off your back. You know, if you ever got a bit itchy about it, here's another little gold bar and a clock.
Yeah.
You know, we'll talk to you again when.
Just
Yeah.
pull one of millions and millions out of the safe.
You think Greenland just needs to invent a watch industry, rapido, to avoid the inevitable?
No, I think Greenland should go the other way. They should pretend like they really want America. Like come, please, help us. America's like, what? I don't know about that.
We're fed up of this.
They're acting way too desirable right now. The way they're talking, I mean, I want to invade them at this point.
Yeah, we're fed up of Lego, good dairy quality Danish bacon, and free healthcare.
None of that comes from Greenland. You know that.
Anyway, right. So, what's our show this week? Who knows what our show is? We're going to kill some watch brands.
Look, according to some of our top listeners, it should be watches.
Our only top listener. We have one top. We'll just give the show a J rating. It's like, you know, Rotten Tomatoes.
It's not the only one that likes the watchdog.
All right, not the. You see, but that's probably there's nothing going on at the moment now. Tell me what's the most exciting thing that's happened in the world of watches this
Rick,
week.
your watch that we can't talk about yet that makes a thing out of the thing it celebrates is upon us this week. I believe it comes out tomorrow, maybe today for you guys. We still can't talk about it. Maybe next week.
You mean the special delicacy watch?
I'd forgot about that.
Yeah.
Well, actually, when does it come? No, we're live. That's the problem.
Yeah, it doesn't. No, it's not going to work for this week's show. I guess check in next week for that one.
Check in. Yeah, that's a good point. I've forgotten about that. Yeah, enjoy. Yeah, I haven't heard any. I haven't seen any update as to whether they've cancelled the particular.
No, they reminded people, in fact, about it. They're doubling down.
Doubling down, right? Okay, well, yeah, that's definitely on next week's show. But maybe we'll get to cancel the brand before then.
Seiko released 3 boring watches and 1 interesting one.
Okay, are they on our website yet?
No.
Well, there we go. So that makes it slightly more tricky to talk about. Okay, let's look at this.
They're trying to bring back something that I have to say I like, but is very difficult to pull off, and that is two-tone black and gold. I like it.
Two-tone black and gold. That's a Rado thing, is it not? Is that not?
It's not just a Rado thing, but yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of these two-tone black and gold bracelets. especially like think of the
that's cool.
80s. So Seiko has a new one of those, and it's hard to it's a tough one.
Okay, well, I haven't even seen the watch.
I can forward. You want me to forward it to you?
Yeah, it's from their Japanese communication, so we will probably get the Americans reaching out to us about maybe get the American one in a couple days. Yeah,
and it won't be available on their website for at least another 6 months. I was just going to play guess the blind price of the Seiko without even seeing it or the specs.
That's unfair.
Guess the price.
That sounds fun, but we don't need to play those games with Seiko. We can look at it and still never get the price right, you know?
This is true. This is
total random anniversary, 145th anniversary.
Washaram would snuff at that. They're like,
what
are you doing? You're
so upset, but no fives.
no fives.
Call us on the 147th anniversary.
Yes, right. Well, send us the link, and we'll have a look at that shortly. But first,
I forwarded it to you.
Oh, have you? Have you sent? Oh, where have you sent it?
One looks like their first watch. It's like this retro one.
There are multiple
through the internet.
Is it on WhatsApp? Is it in the studio chat, or is it an email?
What? The old email account, dust off the old inbox there.
Right,
we need to get back to faxes. They were so romantic.
Listen, I wish.
You want like a nice dot matrix dial?
Don't get me started on faxes. I was at UPS today for 40 minutes because a gentleman, poor one guy working at the desk, and the gentleman, two people in front of me, was doing something that involved fingerprints and faxing like a dozen pages. I haven't heard
like sketchy at all.
Oh, I haven't heard a fax machine in years, and I did not think it would be while I was waiting in line at a business I'd be hearing one, let alone having my time tethered to its completion of the task. But
wow.
Did you notice that FedEx can be great for watch spotting? Because there's a lot of Luddites there that still have mechanical watches, right? Like if they can't scan their own document, they probably don't own a smartwatch.
They own a GMT Master single red double bubble nonsense.
I've seen some of the greatest.
That's worth $58,000 on Chrono 247, and they don't even know. They're like, oh, I bought it for $175.
That's where you see all those like old Omega like sport watches from the 70s that
this old dude.
I like that stuff.
FedEx and this old dude who lives behind the taco stand near my house has a double red sea dweller. I don't often stop people and comment on their Rolexes, but like this is clearly a dude who probably didn't buy this in the hype of steel sport watches. So where'd you get these? Like, oh, my wife got it for me. I've had it all this time. Kind of look at where he lives, humble home behind the taco house. I'm like, well done, sir.
So
that's cool.
He's selling the tacos, or he's just living behind the tacos?
No. There's a house.
Doesn't matter.
There's a house.
There's a house and it's built like on the back side of the parking lot through behind a taco place. It's really weird. I can't figure out what this property was supposed to be before this.
He's not a taco entrepreneur. Is the point.
Yeah, he has nothing to do with the taco place.
It's an incidental to the story of the tacos. Right. So I'm just going to check. This isn't no, this is on their website, so it's not embargoed. Here we go. 145th anniversary Seiko.
Finally, it's zooming in on Ariel's face, not mine. Whenever you share a screen,
is that right?
What's that weird logo? It's like a combination between a hairspring and like a weird fantasy tail
thing.
Yeah,
it's either a whip or like a 3-forked snake's tongue.
Hey, these are all horror. I'm sorry, but these all look fairly.
I thought you'd love them.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So King Seiko, because let's have another brand because it's just what we need. The KS1969. The creation joins the series. Okay, that's fine.
What does it mean? The creation joins. What does that mean?
Who knows?
Watches are creation.
It's translated by ChatGPT from the original Japanese into English. So who knows? Right. So guess the price of this King Seiko.
$1,750.
It's entirely possible that the website doesn't actually tell us any information.
It won't.
Yet.
It won't.
So
what are they like? $2,500? I have no idea.
So Ariel 25, Ripley
1900.
19. Yeah, I'm getting like 215s. So
we might have undershot a little bit, but whatever.
A Seiko Prospect, the hand.
How random is this watch? That dial, the case, maybe it's very bland. The dial is very exciting, and the bracelet is just so random.
It doesn't have enough links. It needs a lot more links.
We demand more links and pushers just to catch on everything else you own.
The integration is poor.
Is this the one where they make it a point to say that it's a hand-assembled movement? I've never quite seen them state that before. I don't think it's a new thing they're doing. I just think it's a new thing they're saying.
New chronograph feature, a dial pattern.
I'm not sure if the person who wrote this has ever been to the factory itself.
Or seen the watch.
Okay, guess the price. Seiko Prospects, speed timer.
Oh, it's got to be an expensive one, right?
Like it's expensive.
Automatic. Oh, it's an automatic chrono. They're talking about a column wheel and stuff in there. Oh, it's like 6.
Oh, here's what I'm going to do.
6.
Wow. I will say 1750 for all 4 of them. And so
David's on 1750 for all 4. Ariel, what do you think for this?
I'm going to say 4,000.
4,000. And Ripley's on $6,000. Yeah, I think it's got a date window.
Do you know those Russian things called Strela? You know, you could get one of those for a lot less, which were, a lot of fun.
I think $4,000, maybe something ridiculous. Pressage. Okay.
Definitely 1750.
That's the one I like.
Not just the price, but also the year.
The guilloche, the strap that look. I love how they went back in time to a strap before people understood making straps. This is the weird hobble together. We're not really sure how this watch strap thing is supposed to work, so we're gonna have a bunch.
For this, they have uninvented the watch case, the crown, probably durability, and the strap.
If you're deconstructing your life for 2026, this is the watch you want. This watch features movable lugs, a pull-through leather strap sourced from leather working group certified tanneries, and then there's a star at the end of it.
Certified tannery. As opposed to what? A mom and pop shop or something?
It's in honor of trench warfare.
There's a footnote somewhere. So we'll try and find the footnote, but how much do you reckon this costs?
2,000?
2,000 for Mario.
It depends on the dial. Is it dial and it's enamel? Uh-oh.
Charm.
That's gonna go up there. Maybe 3,000. Maybe 3,000.
Okay,
maybe
Ripley?
2,500.
2,500 from
I really have no idea. I've no idea about this thing.
That's why the game's good.
Yeah, this is one of those ones though where they could charge something relatively modest, and we'd be like, oh well, that makes sense. I can't imagine anyone's looking for a strap with 2 buckles on it. And then I could also see this being something where they're charging $5,000 because, well, that person who does want the watch where they've uninvented everything, they're going to pay for it. It's not a price sensitivity thing. 2,500.
Find the footnote. The Leatherworking Group is a non-profit organization. I mean, is that most watch brands? A non-profit organization dedicated to responsibly made, sustainable leather production. I don't think it feels very sustainable to the cow, but
I no longer want any of it.
Seiko, a member of LWD, aims to increase its percentage of leather straps made with leather produced by LWD certified tanneries to over 90% in the future. Not revealing what percentage it is now.
Why would they open with we're a non-profit?
So
how is that even relevant?
It says responsibly
the watch isn't free.
It says responsibly made. I would like to contest that anything is responsible about making this strap and putting it on a watch in 2026. This is a terrible way to do away with an animal's hide. Let's put it into the most convoluted strap that looks like it might as well be fastened to the side of a purse. It doesn't look
instant junk.
Yeah, it doesn't look comfortable or ergonomic. Or
who does this nonprofit benefit? That's what I want to know.
This is what it's about. We should set one of these up, and actually it shouldn't be called the Leather Working Group, just Working Group. And the point is that we don't work at all. We just allow brands to give us money, and for that money, we allow them to put these 2 lines of text in any press release that they want. And the Working Group, which is a non-profit organization because we take all our profits in wages, are dedicated to responsibly made, sustainable production. We just remove leather from this, and then the brands can say that, they can blame us if something goes wrong with their production.
I think a blog to watch should be a non-profit at this point.
I think so. A blog to watch working group, or if you're a watch brand that needs to stitch the word non-profit, then just contact us. We'll take
Ariel
your
Adams
profits
Foundation.
instead. Yeah, Adams.
It's not as bad as sustainability.
We should so do that.
I'm okay with nonprofit. I draw the
line.
That
website? Can somebody check and see if the web URL is available? The Ariel Adams Foundation.
Adamsdorf.
The Adams Ariel's Foundation.
Parmigiani's a nonprofit, but they're not a nonprofit in the traditional sense of the word. They're just not profitable, but it's similar.
There's quite a lot of nonprofits.
We'll be profitable, but don't pay any taxes after our profits. Yeah, that's basically what a nonprofit organization is.
The Rolex model. I like it.
At least if they'd stuck it on a bun, they could have said they were using more leather.
It's before they even invented that.
It was before the bund, there was this. Okay, and then finally the Astron. This is the one that got us here in the first place, a black and gold bracelet.
Do you want a technology watch that no one thinks is a technology watch?
And that probably
Seiko got the timepiece for you.
Yeah. So what do we reckon?
That's very Japanese, though. I like that approach. When something is high tech and it's disguised as something, they've been doing that for decades.
So David's on
disguised as your old uncle's watch.
Ariel, price it.
Oh gosh. 2,500.
2,500.
Real gold or plated?
Really, real gold.
Gold colored accents.
Probably makes no difference to the price. Ripley.
Like low three, like 3,250 or
3,250. Okay. I have no idea how we're going to find out the answers to any of these, but let's have a look and see. Does it
sometimes there's a price?
There is a price. There is a price.
There's a price. Oh,
there's a price. Okay.
Oh, 3,200 euros. We were way off.
3,200. So Ariel was the closest.
Wait, what is this? Why? What have we missed with this one? Why is it this expensive?
This game is no longer fun.
Limited edition for 800 for the 140th anniversary. Does that make sense to you? God, it's so obvious, man.
Is it the
Seiko is overpriced? Whoever says the highest number wins, because we dare not imagine a price this high. Like, what the hell is 3,200 euros? I mean, that's almost $4,000.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, the Seiko Pro. So Ariel was the closest, but still miles out. The Prospects
embracing for
timer.
This.
2.7. So we were all miles out in the wrong direction. Wow.
So wait, I said 4,000. So what is it actually?
Yeah, Ripley said 6, and it's 2.7. So what's that, about 3.2 or something?
Yeah.
So myself and Arrow were the closest at 4,000.
Come on.
Okay. What do we think? Scrolling down. Oh,
$2,000.
So
this is where
I said 2,000.
Yeah, you'd said 2,000.
Wow.
So bang on 2,000.
David, you're pretty close at 1,750, I believe. I
wonder if you total up all. No, actually, that doesn't work.
What a horrible
Astron. I think this is the most expensive one now. Having seen the rest,
it has a power save function.
Oh, it's got extra 3,000.
Oh wow! I was way off.
With all the technology, the titanium case, and the bracelet with the black super hard coating and all the rest of it, is actually only 200 euros more than the bland King Seiko. This doesn't compute.
Springs are expensive, David. You know that.
Why is the chronograph so much less than the King Seiko? Like, one is a time only watch.
King.
You're right, King.
Yeah.
King pricing.
It didn't call it the Kingograph. No.
If it was the Queen Seiko,
that was
how
just
much
a
would it be?
Speed timer. That sounds so pedestrian. The help is fast.
Okay, there we go. So that's a game I haven't played for a while. Guess the price of the Seiko, and it's still as random as it ever was. So thank you.
It really genuinely is. Doesn't make any sense.
It just makes no sense whatsoever.
Happy New Year, Seiko.
Yeah.
Could it be that they have multiple teams working in production planning and sales and marketing and all the rest of it, and they have these different pillars of Seiko who don't talk to each other, and then they just sailing on their own little waves, and they set their own prices and whatever, but without ever, maybe Seiko doesn't even know how detached their pricing structure is from itself.
It's just the guy putting the PDF together who's like, oh man, this makes no sense. All right,
look at this nonsense.
I haven't used a 7 for a while. So there we go on the lecture set.
I want to, when there's time in the show, explore a rant about Omega so we can give them more, free advertising time.
Oh, let's do it. Well, we can do that right now if you want. We haven't had a good show within a show for a while, so let's have Ariel's rant about Omega. What have they done to you now?
No, they did have an email today that helped advance my argument. So
they asking for freebies.
Oh yeah. So I've been upset with Omega for a while related to their marketing. And they do a lot of celebrity placement, and the majority of their emails, I think we all agree, is some celebrity at an awards show wore one of our watches.
Yes.
Okay. It's not like some celebrity decided to buy it for someone as a gift. It's some celebrity wore it at some award show or event like that. And that's the email. And they do this a lot. And I ask myself, okay, like taking myself out of the fact that this just doesn't seem good, what is my big problem with this? And I recognized, because it's what that strategy attempts to do is feign popularity. It's not okay for them to actually be popular, but they have to pretend. They have to say, if all these celebrities choose to wear it, it's because we're popular. We're not actually going to go further to promote our own popularity or explain, and this is where it's important, why we're popular, why a celebrity might choose us. We're just saying it looks like they did. And what I feel that Omega has stopped doing, that they used to do, but they stopped, at least in my radar, is explain why you would like any of their watches. They've stopped explaining why they think it's a good watch. They stopped justifying their price increases. All they seem to do is pretend like they're popular by doing, this is what our watch might be like if it was popular. We know they're placing these watches. If celebrities actually like them, they'd be worn as much as Rolexes and stuff like that. It's not that Omega is not popular or bad, but it's that their entire marketing is focused on desperately trying to look as popular as possible. And they're not explaining why they might be popular. At least Rolex still has an element where they're like, and this is why our watches are good. I feel like Omega has completely stopped doing that and completely stopped caring if anybody out there actually says this is a good watch. Rant over, I guess.
Okay. Well, I think we need to assist Omega. So I think we need an Omega corner. So each week we've got to come up with one good thing about Omega to try and like jumpstart their marketing.
Well, okay, so like what I think what bothers me most about because I agree with Ariel, it feels a little bit like name dropping, but even less like name dropping. It wasn't like I was doing this with so and so. It's just like I was with so and so. There's no even like impetus for why this was happening that's of value. But the thing that bothers me is if the brand really had nothing to talk about except the fact that they were placing watches on celebrities, so be it. That's the most interesting thing about them. But with Omega, they make cool watches. There's so much cool tech over there. They're part of Swatch Group. They're like the bread and butter of the Swatch Group. There's so much manufacturing power behind that company. Look at the coaxial escapement, all the cool stuff they do with the Meta certification. There's a lot to talk about. That we keep talking about the same old stories of going to the moon, which at this point, you know, I would rather have those because at least that's something the watch did rather than being worn by like some celebrity I may or may not know or slightly recognize from some Netflix show.
Controversially, I even bought one over Christmas.
That's not controversial. They're great watches. Ed picked up a Green Seamaster. I own an Omega. They're great watches. There's so much to talk about from the brand as far as the technical standpoint, what they're doing, the watches, the material stuff. But yeah, instead it's so much more about just the celebrity aspect, and that's like not the heart and soul of the brand. That the brand makes good watches. They should lean into that a bit more.
But does it not make them look suspicious because that's all they're doing? Like, we have to know that it might be a good watch at the end of the day. And I'll clarify, not all their watches. They consistently make enough good watches, but they don't seem to talk about that at all. And the less they talk about it, the more it makes me and maybe others worry that they're moving away from that they're just sort of going to plateau, increase prices. I mean, look, Omega has some great stuff, but their bracelets and cases are, you know, not Swiss made. They're never
Allegedly
been set up to be a high luxury company. You know, you look like a Breguet and a Blancpain. You know, like all those components are made in Switzerland. Like it's very high end. Like you get it. The prices make sense. Omega was always supposed to be like premium consumer, right? Like high end, but not necessarily super exclusive and prestigious. Like you could buy it if you just sort of reached for it. Now they're trying to be something else. So like, wouldn't it be nice to be a little bit like Vacheron? Like, no, that's not you at all. But despite their push to do that, their marketing is about as superficial as like Daniel Wellington. I mean, it's really not anything better than that. I guess they have some sexier photo shoots they can do at like the Olympics. But at the end of the day, there's not even much deep discussion about why they're associated with any of these things. It's just, here's who's wearing us in an attempt to show popularity without explaining why they might be popular.
Okay, David, you're in Omega Corner this week. Give us one great thing about Omega. Nope, time up.
You can go out and buy a Speedmaster and
availability.
And yeah, no, I'm sure they do.
True.
I mean, at current prices, I'm pretty sure that they do. You go out, you buy yourself a Moon watch, and then you're set. Essentially, you can trust that it's going to be a good watch, and people will like you a little bit, not too much.
People like you a little bit more.
Yeah.
Good. Right. Let's have a look at this. Keep the watch content going. It's a challenge for 2026. Hawthorne Sphere Series 3 hands-on. The gyroscopic jumping hour watch gets more wearable. Does it, Ariel?
Well, it was
wearable
bigger
than what?
before.
Purple.
So what would you call it? It was larger and they thinned it out and they made the movement have significantly less
worse.
components.
You think this is worse now that it's thinner and more wearable, David?
You know, these watches are out there. I mean, whenever we go to Dubai or maybe even Hong Kong, you see this stuff. People wear this. Do people wear this in LA, Ariel? Ripley?
No.
No.
Maybe? No.
That's not a market.
It's not a very LA watch, to be honest.
No, but you see, my thing is, I want to know whether I should be adding this to my list of potential 2026 watch purchases. Because I think this in a Panerai, I think that works potentially. So yeah, I like
sense
it.
of comfort on your wrist.
Okay, it's maybe
Consistently
too
delivered.
similar. Yeah, okay, fair enough. So talk to us about this watch. What's so special about it, Ariel, for those that maybe not have seen it, and the static image on the website, although there is a wee video there as well, maybe doesn't quite communicate how it works and what
there's
it
a little
does.
video in there that shows how it operates. It's difficult to understand what it looks like when the time changes unless you see a small demonstration. And that's the funnest thing. Outlance, when it began, was jumping hour retrograde minutes. Very Gerald Genta inspired in that regard, not in terms of the shape of the watch, but in terms of the preference for that complication. This is a twist on that theme. You have the retrograde minute hand, but then rather than a standard jumping hour that's sort of a disc in a window, you have a ball. And the ball has 12 sides, and there's a gearing system which turns it to the next side. It's not exactly, it looks like it's random, but it's not quite random, but it turns it to the next position for the next hour. And it has sort of an interesting action to it where it looks like it's random. It looks like at the end of the hour, the ball spins and just kind of like falls into position randomly. It's just an optical illusion, if you will. And it's very fun. And they just call it the Sphere. And it's very legible. And that's one of the reasons I like it. It's a weird watch that no one can say is not legible. There's the hour, there's the minute, not difficult, super, super clear in that regard, but very interesting looking. I enjoy this. I'm not saying I wear it every single day, but in terms of weird watches go, it's not uncomfortable to wear. And again, it's practical because you can glance at it and read the time. What else can I say?
And
purple.
Price, it's purple.
Purple.
Yeah, that purple furry strap is something.
Yeah, does it feel like it's going to...
It looks like you hunted a Muppet and then, just decided to use his pelt.
Oh, I was going to say, why did I see this texture and color? I couldn't think of it. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, you remember pet straps from a long time ago?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, this is the Muppet version of that.
The Muppet strip.
Rick, that's why you like this. It just appeals to all your Panerai things. Someone has taken something and turned it into a strap and fitted it onto a watch. Yeah.
It does. Yeah, I like that. What particular Muppet's purple? Who's purple? Gonzo? Is Gonzo purple? I think he is. It's Gonzo.
I know. Well, it's
saying this is a Gonzo watch.
Jim Henson, but what is it? The Not the Cookie. Is the Cookie Monster purple?
Cookie Monster.
Blue,
One of the Sesame
he's
Street
more
ones
blue.
is purple.
Can somebody Google?
Barney.
There was that McDonald's character was purple.
Oh, that's what happened. They've skipped the purple hamburger guy.
Yeah. Okay, so 69,000 Swiss francs. So should I be adding this to my list? I'll reveal the basis of my list next week. So we're adding the hot talents to Rick's list for 2026 of potential purchases. I think that's good. Right. Well, now that we've added something to my list, let's remove something. We're back.
Now we're
talking. Remove one every time you add one.
Yeah. Maybe David, your volume's gone really loud for some reason. Right. Let's.
Is this better now?
Yeah.
Surprisingly not.
Right. Let's share this screen. Yeah. There we go. So this is our brand Wheel of Death. I've decided that we need a bit more context. So this is a brand we're going to keep, a brand we're going to kill, and I know it doesn't quite work if you go into the Marvel lore, but a brand we're going to Thanos. So effectively, a brand we're going to keep, a brand we're going to kill, but in such a way that somebody could bring it back.
Wait, is this how you're deciding what watch to buy?
It could be. You never know. And then a brand.
It's going to be a long year.
A brand we're going to evaporate from it. No one's going to remember this brand. This brand's just forgotten.
Most people just see a billboard in Zurich Airport and then go to the store and buy it.
Okay, so our first spin. Let's see who's up first for the brand Wheel of
So
Death.
one we keep, one we strike from existence, and then the other we just pull funding.
Yes, pull funding. We have. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Something went wrong. So let's.
I was told we should do more polls and stuff like that on social media, and then discuss the results in the show.
Yes, I think that's a good idea.
Oh yeah. So after this one, we'll just float these three up on Instagram and see who they want to strike from existence.
I'm sure the brands will appreciate it when we run a poll, like which one should die of these brands. Like, let's hope it's not us.
There should be some decorum in the questions. That's true.
First brand up is Brew watches. Okay, so we're familiar with Brew.
Brew made the list?
The Brew made the list of luxury watch brands. Yes, it did.
Arya would not even have put it on the list. That already tells us
it's already dead. It never even existed. And then the next one up is who looks like a D. Dornbluth and Son. Yeah, that's Did
you make that up? Is it an actual brand?
It's a brand. It's a very cool brand, actually. Very cool brand.
You don't know? You don't got a Dornbluth?
I'm not a Dornbluth man. No.
If you want a good handmade platinum watch for a reasonable price, if I got the
nice regulator,
I actually like that kind of thing.
And then I think we might be getting together. Roman Jerome, are they not already dead?
Already dead.
Already dead. So that's
there's a look. You're right. Romain Jerome is dead. RJ, on the other hand, is
not.
It's not alive.
Okay.
It's not alive. It's definitely not alive.
So maybe as an alternative, we can choose to resurrect one. If we want to resurrect Roman Jerome.
I would resurrect Roman Jerome.
There's a pool of investors out there that are literally waiting for us to say this is the next brand to buy. We'll even tell you what to do with it. You put up the money, and we'll either use our good sense or this gambling wheel that you've created to make business decisions for you.
I think it's a much better way of making decisions, right? So Roman Jerome, are we going to kill it off forever, make the world forget about it so that it never
forget
again?
Roman Jerome.
No, don't double kill it, because then it'll never have a chance to come back. You know.
So we're going to resurrect it. Controversially, we're going to resurrect it.
Double kill it.
Okay.
It's worthy of resurrection, I think.
Worthy of resurrection. So Brew watches or D. Dornbluth and Sauna? Who are we killing? Don't care.
I leave it up to you guys.
I think coffee-based watches, really.
Well, at least people can buy those. What is the price point of this Dornbluth business?
No, the Dornbluth's okay. Let's investigate.
More or less than a Lamborghini tractor.
Less. No, they're not. They're affordable. I would, if I could get this picker wheel to actually close on my system. It's possible. I have picked up a virus
I was going to say you.
Romain Jerome.
I was actually going to say that it almost certainly has. Yeah, you roll this wheel and we will decide whether or not you have access to your files, Rick.
Right, so here's D. Dornbluth and Sona. Here's a bit of education for those unaware. So this is the collection. It's quite a nice website. Here we go. There. Let's find a collection. So small seconds. What would you like? You would like probably a regulator. The regulators are very nice.
Okay,
so it's this kind of aesthetic. I think that'll be about $7 or $8 grand, possibly. I might be wrong.
I say this in a good way, but these are the most tranquilizing watches I've seen in a long time.
You just feel relaxed.
I just feel like I want to have a nice long nap. This was
a nice nap.
That's good.
That's okay.
Even though I know they're not Swiss.
Let the watch world de-stress
It's a homework done well. Is what these watches are.
Let's see. I'm just trying to find a price somewhere.
Country, Afghanistan.
You have to discuss a whole lot of things before your price ever comes.
Let's ship it to you in Afghanistan.
I love all these German brands. They like to outdo each other on like how many options you have to choose in the buying process that the average person does not know how to choose.
Okay, let's go to Chrono 9097 and or Chrono Vista, as we're calling it. All prices, D. Dornbluth and Son. There we go. There's some used stuff. 5, 6, 7, 8 grand.
There's one in Hungary. Look, the first one is in Hungary. It's right here.
I think
you're like, it's mine. I didn't even know. You didn't know you were selling your Dornbluth?
I've been so bored with it. I'm selling it.
So Dornbluth, and this is quite cool. Little adventure in the world of black and red watches.
That's not.
Okay, right. Okay, let's get rid of that.
It's my first watch design. That's what.
So who are we killing off? Brew or Dornbluth? It feels like it's Dornbluth.
I mean, I want to wear a Dornbluth. I don't want to wear a Brew, but I know that Brew has sold million times more watches.
Okay, so we're resurrecting Romain Jerome in a radical transformation of the rules of this game. We're resurrecting Romain Jerome. We are killing. Are we killing, or are we making the world forget that D. Dornbluth ever existed?
I forgot.
We just actually
you did forget. Yes, fair enough. You actually had forgotten they existed. So Brew gets to live. So there we go. That's a good result all round. I think everyone will be happy with this. I mean, the chance of someone from D. Dornbluth and Sona actually listening to this has got to be limited.
Look, we should absolutely. You'd be surprised some of the little brands that
I like Brew though. I think of all like the micros. If we were gonna keep one of them, they would be in the running. There's a distinct design language. Price point is very reasonable. I even kind of like the whole coffee inspired thing. I have an idea for a tea timer if they're interested.
Can I have an entire watch brand inspired by vacuum cleaners?
Why not?
I just feel like that would be their natural competitor.
This sounds like we're getting into the realm of what you like, which watch is most like a vacuum cleaner, like brands of vacuum cleaner. So be very careful, otherwise that's what we're doing next week. Household implements.
I do have a lot to say about vacuum cleaners. So I
do you?
Go
on then. Did somebody buy you one for your Christmas? Are you disappointed in your vacuum cleaner?
In college,
1970,
where I found myself
let's go.
In the market for a used vacuum cleaner, and I went to the shop that felt like I was the college student they wanted to tell their whole life story to, and I learned way more than I ever thought I would. But I'll tell you what, I've never stopped wanting a Kirby.
All right, a Kirby vacuum cleaner.
It's an industrial vacuum that's like made of metal and won't break. It's the anti-Dyson, okay?
All right, okay, that's good. Right, well, let's say we'll delve into
if someone comes at you to fight with a Dyson, you take the Kirby, you smash it to pieces, okay?
All right, okay, good. Right, let's move on to Roger Smith.
Clearly, no one here has a passion for vacuum. Well, it's a fantastic instrument.
I do have.
I'm trying not to get me started because I do know about this.
You brought in combative reasons for why it's better than the Dyson. Like, in what world are we fighting with vacuum cleaners?
I still mainly use a Dyson, but they're fragile as hell.
Okay, getting rid of the
really old
Roger
one.
Smith.
I should bring it on the podcast.
Share.
It's like 50s, 60s, very heavy, all metal. I'll bring it next week, like show and tell.
Show and tell. Do you have Henry Hoovers in the States? Is that a US thing?
Sounds
You don't know what a Henry Hoover is?
Is it just called a Hoover, though?
No. It's called a Henry. Oh, hold on. Right. Okay. I'm just saying.
We have a brand called Hoover. No one's ever said
Hoover.
Henry in that same sentence.
No,
the last 100
Henry
years.
Hoover. This is do you have them in Hungary? You must surely this is a European thing. This is a Henry Hoover. I can't believe you don't have Henry Hoovers. This is a Henry Hoover.
That wasn't what I was expecting.
We call that a shop vac, and ours don't have faces on it.
That's a Henry.
Does this look like it complies with the Iron Curtain in your mind, Rick?
You can get a Henry pet bundle.
Way too friendly.
You get a Henrietta Hoover, Hetty Hoover. There you go. I can't believe that.
I love whatever world these come
Henrietta.
from. Yeah, there you go. Henry Hoover. The thing is, they might look like they're daft, but they're actually really good. So there you go. There's your journey. So there you go. D. Dornbluth and Son and Henry
It's like
Hoover.
the KitchenAid of vacuum cleaners right there.
Yeah, exactly. Who doesn't say that this show is at the very least educational in some way, shape, or form? Right, Roger Smith. Ariel, Roger Smith Series 6, hands-on, handmade British.
I love how you know these things published before I do.
Perfection with a floating date. In which way is this date floating? Is it like one of those show parts with the diamonds running around the place?
I think that's what he calls it. So if you look, there's a kind of like blue kind of squared pointer there, and that moves around the dial, and that's what he calls the floating date, and that's the point. And this was all based on the fact that he and I hate those hands that cut through the entire dial to indicate the date on the periphery. So he had a couple
hold on a second.
like no windows, can't have windows.
And so you sharing some design credit for this? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's just that Roger and I both share this opinion. I'm not saying this was my idea. I'm saying we talked about this watch, I want to say like 12 years ago. That was what's weird about this. I saw a prototype of it years ago in London. At first, when he decided to make series of watches. Before that, everything he made was like a one-of-a-kind thing. So this is going to be one of his series of watches. And now, years later, I saw a finished piece, and his stuff is as amazing as I remember it. What I love about Roger is that when I saw him in Dubai Watch Week, he was very different than a lot of the other watchmakers there. He was at his booth, very dedicated, talked to everyone, was very approachable. You'd have no clue that this person is a living savant of hand craftsmanship in watchmaking. You'd have no idea that this guy does something that requires patience that would like destroy the brains of like so many other watchmakers out there. Just hanging out, chatting with you, very personable. And I like that he's so approachable. He's in a lot of senses what you want a lot of these like micro brand owners to be. So this watch has a unique design in terms of the movement and the decoration. This is sort of the heritage of what, George Daniels, his mentor, learned, from Breguet. This is essentially a style of making watch dials, which has been around for hundreds of years now. It still makes a lot of sense of particular ways of cutting and polishing and finishing metals to have them last a long time. It's done, as much by hand as possible. The cases are still basically like, I think, welded by hand and stuff like that. They're not CNC machined. Very unusual kind of approach. And you can feel it. His watches, they definitely don't resemble the things that are maybe less handmade. And I think it's a wonderful, not cheap, but I really do think you get what you pay for. I think he makes, I don't know, under 24 watches a year.
There's obviously something interesting going on with the clockwork, the mechanism under here, because of the way the 31 and the 1 are placed, because they're not equidistant the way that everything else is, or are they? There must be something funny going on between 31 and 1 to make the window travel that shorter distance, or is it a kind of optical illusion? Is that the center?
No, it's not. No, here's the thing. Every other one has a numeral and then that little diamond shape. That one doesn't. It
skips, so it goes into the diamond. So it's still equidistant. It's just that it changes where the diamond is in relation. Right, that's cool. No, that's quite a neat way of doing that. I quite like that. Cool. £300,000. If you had 300 grand, would this be where you
could spend it on far worse ways?
Tractors, probably.
Maybe a tractor.
Yeah, a tractor.
Can you cultivate with this one now?
Well, I mean, I'm open to Roger, reaching out to try it, see if it's tractor proof. Yeah, it's fairly flawless. To be fair, there's not. It's one of these watches. Is there really that much to say other than to look at the really nice pictures? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with this other than the complete lack of affordability for the average punter.
And
But
ability.
isn't that engraving beautiful? The depth of
How much
it.
is this?
It's
300,000 and change, 320,000 of your good British pounds. So what's that going to be?
Well, I mean,
$380,000.
assuming you're able to buy one in an even remotely timely manner, it's not so much the price point, but the output is so low because they really are handcrafted items that, like, you could have the 300 grand ready to go, but I don't know what the order flow of these is like.
Hold on a second. There's a configurator on his website. Shall we configure a Roger Smith?
Not just the Germans.
Yeah, Rick, go ahead. Throw your credit card down. Let's put a deposit into right now.
Yeah. On the show. Is there a live chat with Roger? There probably is. I bet you if you did,
he has a chat bot.
He makes them by hand. There's no way that he's opted for just the same AI hand built thing that we've got that's telling you that it doesn't.
So this is Series 6 we're on. Series 6. How do we... Oh, it's quite...
There was great watch.
There was promise of customization somewhere. And it seems to...
Well, in the sense that you have to discuss with him. It's not like he's going to set up a configurator, just for you.
The website does not even have tech specs about the watches. I had to email his wife. I was like, you don't say too much about this watch.
It's like, no, we sell all of them, so you don't have to say anything.
Don't need to tell you. Okay, so there you go. Cool. Roger Smith.
What an amazing watch.
Essex Proto. Presumably the real ones don't come with the Proto bit on them.
It comes with your name on it.
Is that right?
You want it to.
Or whatever you want. I like the Isle of Man logo on that little shield there. That's good.
Yeah.
The Triskelion or something they call it.
No speed limit on the Isle of Man. That's where I belong. We should go and visit him.
Right.
There really is none, I believe. Is that true? Is that still the case?
I'm not sure.
I think there's none.
I'm not sure
you
that's
can drive
true.
as fast as you want.
I think it's that they have
David
the ability.
wants that to be real. Just give it to him, okay? Let him have that dream.
All the things you imagine about the Isle of Man are
so
true.
hard. The Isle of Man famously has no national speed limit on many rural roads. But local limits exist in towns. Okay, I respect towns. That's good.
Okay. We respect towns. Cool. Right. Well, I feel like bringing the show to a close because there's not really been that much going on in the watch world unless somebody has something dramatic.
Are you just bored of the watches we've been talking about?
Well, not really, but it's... I mean, this Atelier...
We haven't stopped publishing or anything.
Well, no, well, let's look at the Atelier Wen because it has the pun tantalized by Tantalum. And so, just for that, let's have a look. Tantalum, tell us about Tantalum, Ariel, and why it's considered a reasonable thing to make watches, or maybe you think it's not.
Yeah, let's be honest. Tantalum is not a reasonable thing for a lot of watchmaking. It has a purpose here and there. Mm-hmm. It's sort of I hate this question luxury. If you have to ask why, it's not for you. I that's true in a very limited context. Like, do you like cheetah print? But when it comes to something like this, you're allowed to ask why tantalum. It's heavy. It's not tungsten. And that's, there's that. I don't really know what to say. You're able to get a really nice polish. Tantalum gets a really nice, because it's so hard, you have an amazing polish. It has a deeper color. It's a bit darker than steel. It has that heft, it's not made of platinum. Almost costs it, but not nearly that much. It would cost a lot more if it was platinum.
$30,000 for an Atelier Wen. Blimey.
It's hard to cut. There are people out there who have, I guess for lack of a better term, a material fetish. Everything's got to be carbon. I just love tantalum. Oh my gosh. And there's this community of guys out there with their tantalum jewelry and their tantalum rings. And I can see someone saying like, oh, there's not a lot of tantalum watches on tantalum bracelets. And, if you compare this to other stuff out there, you won't be able to find it. So Atelier Wen wanted to do something that no one else did. And of course, that's going to be expensive. There's no stock tantalum bracelets and cases to get out there. You had to do all this crazy stuff. So of course the supplier is going to be like, it's going to cost you. I think the problem is that Atelier Wen did not combine this watch with the message of this is not our new price point. Because it's like the Perception watch, which is I think the last one that I reviewed was like 3,000.
Yeah.
And then this shoots up to like 30,000. I think they should have a message saying, this is not exactly where we're going to be normally. This is definitely on the higher side. So it's cool. It's quite lovely. I like the shape. It's not as boring looking as a lot of the other kind of like, and someone else wanted to have an integrated bracelet watch design. There's a whole lot of that going on. So it has reason to exist for sure, but you really do need to like tantalum and know much about it. Maybe again, they're not trying to sell a lot of these, and the market for whatever reason finds buyers for this stuff. But you just gotta love a heavy watch. I gotta say, if you love a heavy watch, can't spend money in platinum, want something similar. There's a guy out there. That guy.
Respecting the madness. So these center links are just much shinier. They almost look like they're made of a different material.
They're just high polished.
Just really high polished. And does tantalum scratch? Is that going to be a scratch magnet?
This was the prototype that they had.
Audio's gone for some reason, Ariel.
You're muted, Ariel.
So it can scratch. And this was the prototype that Robin from Atelier Wen had been wearing a lot. So he'd been really putting this through a lot. I saw it mostly on the bracelet. It was more like, wasn't gouges or anything like that. It was just like little swirls and scuffs and things like that. It's a very hard material. I wouldn't say scratch resistance is one of its major selling points, but it's going to be more scratch resistant naturally given how hard it is. But it's not a scratch magnet. No, not like titanium would be.
Right. Okay. I mean, I don't mind getting a watch scratched up at the end of the day. Here's the Atelier Wen website. So this is their standard shape, is it? But just of a different material.
It's different shape, actually.
Is it an entirely new shape for them?
Yeah, it's not the Perception. The inflection's a different shape.
Right. Okay. They all have a similar kind of vibe.
It's a bit similar, yeah, but it's not the same.
Okay, cool. Well, there you go. If you want to spend 30 grand on a tantalum watch, then that is the.
Don't forget the enamel dials.
Enamel dials. Yeah.
Remember how much Seiko charges for those? Well, I guess only
no one can remember how much Seiko charges for those. That's Seiko can't remember how much Seiko charged for those. That's entirely where the problem exists.
Do you think they play the reverse game at Seiko? It's what should we charge for our Seiko? And then
I think the truth is
6,000.
I think the truth is they have one of my picker wheels and it's just got numbers on it and they just spin the wheel. In fact, I wonder if I just put digits from like 1,500 quid up in 500, whether I'd be more likely to hit on the price spinning the wheel.
You just do 1 through 9, and then you do another one that has like 4 or 5, and you go, is it going to be 4 or 5 digits? And then you choose the first digit will be a 7, second digit will be a 3.
I think that's how we're going to adapt that particular game because that sounds...
I like it more if they're playing choose the price of the Seiko.
I wonder if we just uploaded an image to ChatGPT and asked it how, without looking anywhere on the internet for comparison, what would you price this at and see how close it gets?
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, we'll try that.
That's going to be the thing that causes ChatGPT to revolt when it's like, why are you charging so much less for the chronograph? None of this makes sense.
Are you really asking AI to not look at the internet, Rick, though?
Yes, I think a local.
How does that work?
A local AI. We'll just download it.
I will ask this mirror what it thinks of this Seiko without reflecting on it.
I have given you life for one reason and one reason only. To endlessly play this game with me.
Good stuff. So what's coming up in the week ahead in watches? Anything exciting on the way in for... We've obviously got the great excitement of the brand embargo ending shortly that we can talk about next week and the ridiculousness of a particular combo that somebody's chosen.
It's almost Watches and Wonders.
Almost.
No, there'll be a lot. There will be a lot of stuff. There is. So last year there was a pretty disastrous LVMH Watch Week, which was so traumatic apparently to them that they decided to have a very different idea. They're gonna rethink LVMH Watch Week for a little bit. And there's
are they actually inviting people this year? Is that their plan?
No, not really. They're not really flying anyone. They're doing a couple local ones. One brand, Ripley, we'll talk about this later, is coming out to LA. But they're not really doing anything this year. I think they feel like there's just too many shows now. They got Watches of Wonders where they're all there. They got Geneva Watch Days where they're all there. They're like, do we really need another one? I mean, I'm going to see Louis Vuitton like a few weeks after it to see whatever they're doing. One of the brands is coming out here. I think they're just trying to rethink what LVMH Watch Week is supposed to be.
Okay.
If any of you know, I think they would like to hear about it.
So if you'd like to help out Omega with our marketing strategy and LVMH with our marketing strategy, then answers in the chat for that. Ripley, got anything coming into the table for review?
I'm reviewing a Delma. There's another review that's in the works where I sourced a tiny Hot Wheel car for the photos. So I was not
that.
Yeah, I wasn't able to find the full-size one within budget. So I got like a 2-inch version here on my desk. So you'll be seeing that in the coming weeks at some point.
A particularly small Hot Wheels or a Hot Wheel-sized Hot Wheels?
No, it's a Hot Wheel-sized Hot Wheels. I would love to have the actual car, but that was out of budget. But I had to find the right color, so that was also part of it.
So does it make the watch look massive? Was that the idea?
No, but I thought it would be really hard to get a detailed shot of the watch and the car in the same frame. So I can't scale the watch up, so I scaled the car down and just got a wee little car.
I think it's a good strategy.
So it's not an A-Lang and Zona because they've probably got a big version of the watch hanging about somewhere if it's a new release.
No, and it's not a Panerai because then I could have just photographed it next to a full-size car. So no, this is a different one. It's from a homegrown brand in LA.
Okay, cool. David, what's coming your way this week?
Who knows? I mean, the brands are probably back working, so maybe they can send a couple of samples out that I've been waiting for, and some releases. Who knows? I mean, I'm not getting my hopes too high up on the first week of January, but we'll see.
Good stuff. Right. Well, thank you very much for listening. I think how are we rating ourselves for watch content this week? We think we're on the Leno scale. Where are we in terms of watch content? Where do we
talked about food less. That's a start.
We did. Ariel was muted, which is also helpful.
Less, not a lot, but less.
Less, and so there we go. And there was a couple of mentions of tractors, so I think that
vacuum cleaners.
They rate us.
Cleaners. Yeah, so there you go.
They'll tell us. Like this was a lot
if you'd like to give us a percentage score for this week, then send it in to Ariel.
I think that the takeaway from this is Kirby is the best vacuum cleaner. Ariel, that's your Grubel Forcia vacuums.
Yeah. So
well, it depends what kind of vacuum cleaner you want. Let's be honest.
So
there's a whole variety of vacuum cleaners. It's like the best watch.
You were touting its durability. Is this like what are we dealing with?
You don't want to be lugging up and down stairs all day.
Okay, you've asked for it because I did warn you.
I've asked for what?
I did warn you that if you kept talking about household implements, and next week's What You Like would be about household implements. So your Kirby vacuum cleaner. Do you know what a Kirby trouser? Do you know what a Kirby? I don't know where Kirby comes in. A Kirby trouser press? You heard of a Kirby trouser press?
No, I just think of that pink thing from the Nintendo games. That maybe that works out. It like sucks up other things like a vacuum cleaner does.
Okay, so household implements for watches next week: Kirby vacuum cleaner, Kirby trouser press. Anything else?
I'm sorry. We're choosing watches that are like vacuum cleaners, or
no, a specific vacuum.
What's another Kirby?
Kirby Lonsdale. It's a place. I can't think of any other items that have Kirby in them.
That pink character, that Nintendo character.
Oh, that's Kirby.
I'm not okay. Well, that will do.
Kirby's Dreamland, Rick.
Never heard of it. Kirby's Dreamland. So there you go.
He's also a vacuum cleaner. I think he's called Kirby because of the vacuum cleaner brand. I'm willing to bet money that's probably the reason.
Okay, how much money? Because that's important.
I'll buy somebody a Kirby game. If you want a Kirby game, I'll buy you a Kirby.
When you say Kirby game, do you mean the vacuum cleaner or the pink Nintendo.
I'm at one of the many video games starring Kirby.
Okay, so there's a
again back
prize
to the
next week?
vacuum cleaner or the pink guy. Which
There's
are
no
we-
video games made by the vacuum cleaning company.
Yet. Maybe that's just the collaboration.
You think they've
we-
gotten to like mobile casual gaming and industrial vacuum cleaning?
It's a combo. And so the Leno rating has clearly dropped in the last 30 seconds to below 70% watch chat. So yeah,
he might also be the vacuum cleaners, which means
he
the
might
score could
be.
have gone up.
Listen, if the Steam collection does not also have some sort of industrial vacuum pump from way back in the day, then I'll be disappointed in the garage. So Jay, if you've not got any industrial vacuum pumps from back in the day, then I think now's your time to get one. I'm sure there'll be one somewhere.
I'm sure he's going to get right on that.
We'll eBay. We'll communicate. I'm sure I can find something. Right. Anyway, that's it. Thank you all very much for listening. We will see you all again in a week or so's time. Cheery bye.
Bye, everyone.
Cheers. Bye-bye.